AskReddit by Montazio. What's 100% a scam but we accepted it in our society? That dental isn't part of medical insurance by default. Same with eye care. If I can't see, I can't do anything, and I'm practically blind without my glasses. I'd have died in the era before glasses were invented. As an academic scientist, pick one of these two. We use taxpayer money to fund biomedical research, which we then write up into a research study and pay the journal so that they can publish the said study, only for the journals to turn around and put them behind a paywall. We also use taxpayer money to fund years of biomedical research, which occasionally results in a groundbreaking drug, which then gets licensed out, usually by a pharma company, which then marks up the price and turns around and charges the taxpayer an absurd amount of money to use the said drug. The right, or refused right, to repair. Absolute bullshit that I can't fix my own shit. Tried to replace the blower motor on my AC unit in my house, 4 screws to slide it out and a wire harness to unplug. Turns out I need a HVAC license to even buy the replacement. I don't have an HVAC license. A fee to pay your bill. Service charge. Arbitration clauses in almost every service provider contract, tricking you into giving up your access to the court system. Nobody talks about it, but they should. A lot of employers make you sign arbitration agreements too. That health insurance doesn't cover your eyes or teeth. Subscription services for fucking everything. It does annoy me. I think Adobe was one of the first to do it. I originally would have paid about £400 for all the software, as a student anyway. That's already a lot. But I owned it all. Now I'm basically paying £600 a year for it. Sure, it might get all the latest updates and features, which are now getting better and better, but it's still a lot. I cancel, I lose everything, or have to find an ancient copy of the software. Unfortunately, the fact they can just rake in money now monthly means it's not changing back. The only things this is good for is places that do monthly subscriptions, paying as you go each month. I download as much music, SFX, video clips, templates, etc. as I can and make the most of that month of downloads. Then I don't need anything else from them for ages, if ever. Service fees on tickets. The whole ticket industry is so infuriating. Unpaid lunches that extend your workday. One place I used to work would bring lunch for the last 3 days of the month. If they provided lunch, they didn't have to pay overtime for an hour. They were known as hostage lunches. The price of printer ink. Laser printer, my friend. Convenience fees on electronic payments. Biggest insult to everyone's intelligence. Pay this extra fee to give us money electronically without needing to pay an employee. It costs so much more for the computer to do it. Diamonds. Thank fuck my wife is a geology nerd. I picked out a raw uncut diamond ring for her and saved heaps. Since a lot of people have asked, it was purchased on Etsy for less than $500. That specific storefront no longer exists, but there are several alternatives. They claimed the stone came from a mine in northern Canada, although I have no way to verify that. Do some googling, you'll find a bunch of examples. https://cdn.shopify.com/s/files/1/24631659444 closed bracket. Keep the alternative non-traditional ring suggestions coming. Ticketmaster. I was looking for tickets to pro hockey game. The ticket price was $108 and the Ticketmaster fee was $83. Needless to say, I didn't buy the ticket. Claw machines. I went to the arcade with my daughter and picked up 6 prizes with 6 attempts. Quit while we were ahead. I swear that thing was broken. TurboTax. They lobby the government to make it difficult to do taxes without their software. I lived in the UK and it took literally 15 minutes to do taxes on bad government software. The IRS offers a free alternative available on their website for most people. The IRS also has no advertising budget. Hence why nobody knows about it. Expensive engagement rings. Diamonds and jewelry in general. College bookstores. FCK McGraw-Hill. Paying hundreds of dollars per month for health insurance and then insurance not paying for anything until you've hit your deductible, usually thousands of dollars per year, and then after hitting your deductible insurance only paying for a certain percentage of your care until the end of the year until your deductible resets and you pay out of pocket all over again until you hit the deductible, and even after hitting the deductible your insurance is fighting tooth and nail not to cover anything. Us health insurance is a very expensive coupon book with a lot of fine print. Payday loans. Went through a hard time years ago, ended up having no other options to get money but a payday loan. Was stuck in the cycle of pay off loan and take the same amount for another week to get by. For probably close to a month until work picked back up enough and I could pay it off and have some extra to survive till next payday. Never ever again. Ever. For-profit prisons. That it's considered normal to spend tens of thousands of dollars on a wedding ring bachelor party. Tell me about it. My GF just quoted me $30K for our rehearsal dinner and I'm like FK we are. Luxury skincare, go to a dermatologist, pay less, get real results. Tretinoin and sunscreen, baby. Plus a heavy duty moisturizer and CeraVe healing ointment for my lips. My derm's most recent recommendation and a godsend. Most high-end skincare contains other components that are also helpful, but there's a margin of diminishing returns on price, starting pretty low, and b, you can even purchase the constituent ingredients, for example, squalene, ceramides, hyaluronic acid, AHA BHAs, etc., in their pure form for quite cheap at this point. Proof of consistent rent payment does not improve your eligibility for a mortgage. Edit. Just amazed at the number of upvotes on my completely wrong comment. You can have your landlord report your on-time rent payments to the credit bureaus. There are companies that help them do it like Rent Plus. Mum influencers using their kids as bait to advertise products. Absolutely despicable. Diamonds, wedding rings. Every kiss begins with K, right? Caskets. Most funeral services emo. They try to upsell you so much it feels so wrong. Bottled water, coke, etc. SIM activation fees. Middlemen, brokers eating up the profit and inflating the prices in pretty much every business. Health insurance providers have entered the chat. Political promises. Reddit awards. Every time someone posts this question, someone like you says something like this and gets drowned in awards. Guess you weren't the lucky one today. Not as accepted as it was, but the idea that alcohol is safer than other illegal or recently legalized substances. Yes. The effects of alcohol is constantly downplayed despite being a full-blown toxin to our bodies.